what are the different ways, what are the sections you can have to make sure you can save taxes. Okay, so these are the sections which you should be knowing very well, because here if you save all the maximum limit, you may be able to save around, I am just trying to say, approximately 60 to 70K per annum. Okay, so what are the different sections which we can utilize? We can have a utilization under ATC, which is a very, very common way. So tuition fees is the best option, which I said without investing, you are getting a tax saving. Okay. House loan in principle is another example without investing, because you already have a house loan, the principal you can avail it. But here the limit is 1.5 lakhs. So don't say that, okay, I am crossing the 1.5 lakhs, so I should not do it, because our aspirational, our goals are much more higher. So first level, as I told you, we should take care of making a tax planning, use that part of it, and then you can start linking these also to your goals. When the rule came for new regime to get a more in-hand tax than the this, I personally didn't like it, because I have seen so many people, and actually one of my friend also, he never likes to do investments. He says, let's now let me live today's life and forget it. So because of that 1.5 lakhs, he's been investing. So one point of a time, he has some emergency part of it. And then I ask how you are able to manage. And he says that, Rachna, I should thank you, because you forced me to do investment because of those taxation things. And now I am able to avail that. If you must have not forced me, I must have never done it. So I used to think sometimes it is good to be have of things a way to invest. Otherwise, the concept of investment never comes. Similarly, when the new rule came on a PF also, a lot of people started saying that, okay, it's a good to have a minimum PF of 1800 bucks. Then doing a, before we used to have a 12%. So I always say at least it is a good way to make sure that your savings are 12% are at least being taken care of. Now I know so many people, because there is an option, you want a PF or not PF, or you want a minimum PF, people are not able to take care of a good corpus creation for their retirement also. So try to have, these are the simple ways I'm saying you tax planning, to make sure that you are doing a two works at a time, you're getting a tax saving, you're creating a corpus, but you are making much bigger thing is creating, taking care of your retirement, making a bigger corpus, and doing two things at a time. So please, if possible, you are looking as the what you call different section to utilize, use the old regime. I want to give a word of caution here, because I was doing for one of my old customer, and for this time, the new regime tax was coming little lesser than the old regime. So when I went and asked a CA, he says, yes, you can avail a new regime, but you have to realize you are allowed only once to go back. You can't keep switching that, okay, I will find it out which is better, the old regime versus new regime, and you choose whichever it is the best. So you can do only once if you are switching across. So if you're switching from new, after new, the next year you may or may not be able to do, because you have only one chances to come back to the old. So think long term, which is good. Try to see what is makes sense for you to take care of the old versus new. So ATC all time good. I always know that you all. I will give you more detail also. Like you have an ALSS, you have insurance, you have the principal, tuition fees, maximum of 1.5. I think so. Most of us sometimes we get exhausted, because PF of our EPF comes under this, so that itself automatically is taken care of. Second things, which is the getting into very good space, I can say you NPS. NPS is the additional benefit over ATC. Most of the time, people think it is not, but it is over and above ATC. So please try to take at least minimum of 50K to make sure that you are taking over and above part of it. So you, when you are doing the returns, I normally see the returns is from 35,000 onwards, because you got 15 per thousand rupees a tax benefit immediately. So your returns also goes very good. Third highest is, I can say, ATD. Most of us, when of course now things have changed, when I am been speaking with the customer, they says, no Rachna, I wanted a medical insurance apart from corporate. Thanks to COVID, people have started giving focus on medical insurance. But yes, medical insurance is also very very important part of it, because sometimes I have another customer in a Feb 2020. He quit the corporate and he said, I'll be taking a 1 or 2 months break before I join the next corporate. We felt fair enough. And in between, he got a heart attack, and that full medical expense went, if I'm not wrong, around 10 to 15 lakhs approximation. And he didn't have any medical. And I asked him what happened. He said, no, because I was sure I'm going to join the another corporate, and I had a corporate, and that corporate also is giving me 20 lakhs. So I never took it as a. So I keep telling people, we don't know what is going to happen. There's nothing wrong to have one alternative medical insurance in without a corporate link. Because in case for some reason, if it is not there, you can utilize that. So it is fair enough to have the corporate one, take a smaller one of your non-corporate one. When you're out of the corporate, you can top up that, and it is much more better. Education loan interest, of course, that's for people who have taken an education loan. Previously, it was a loan plus principal. Now it is only the loan interest. There's no limit, can take care of it. Section 80G. This is another place where I have seen people getting the highest notice again. A lot of time people started donating, and the receipts what they have getting is not appropriate or been got it. Because if some of the people who are giving ATG, they must have got the ATG certificate. So next time, if you are donating, please get two things from them. One is a donation certificate which says that you can avail 50% or 100%. That's the first part. And in case, because sometimes we are not available that place, try to get their ATG certificate as a scan also. Because in a few of our cases, we realized it, they didn't have an ATG and they gave the ATG certificate. And then we have to take the penalty, or means customer has to take the penalty because that was not valid. That's a important part on a regular basis. Rest of it, I think so, it is not so regular, but I will take a section 24. Very very important, because most of us has taken a interest on home loan, and this is like a all time, I can say the best question I get it is, I should continue the home loan or not, or I should pay back. So there are 2 to 3 things I keep telling people is, yes, you should continue the home loan, not because there are some other good loans, some are not, and this home loan is always a all-time high good loan. The reasoning behind that is because it is now 6.5 to 7%. So anyone as of you, whoever is joining here or looking at the video, just check yourself if the loan is at around 6.5 or 7 or not. If not, go to your existing banker and tell them to reduce it. If they are not reducing it, 99% they will reduce it. They may take them on small charges. If not, please try to change it, because this is an all-time low. It's getting a tax benefit also. And in case the similar amount you wanted to repay, if you put it in a market, which we believe the market will do good in the next 3 to 5 years perspective, your arbitrage itself is more than 2 to 5%. I mean to say that if I'm giving a home loan at 6.5, and I'm assuming if I'm looking for 5 years perspective, if I get 10 or 11% returns on equity, I'm still getting a 5% higher returns. So you make sure that continue the home loans, which is giving you the tax benefit and at the lowest rate also.